So I had a breakfast meeting a couple of days ago at the St. Regis Hotel, which just
Very
happened
nice.
to be, I went down there, and my God, the place was an armed camp because the president of Turkey was there.
Yes.
So I wouldn't call him a war criminal, but you talk about somebody who's got a cloud hanging over his head, President Erdogan of Turkey.
Yes.
Again, welcomed into the Oval Office as if he's, the God's answer to democracy.
Purged tens of thousands of civilians from the civil service force, jailed thousands of journalists and political appointees, killed many demonstrators point blank in the street, and then yesterday he brings this show to the streets of Washington.
I wanted to ask you about that. And so there are protesters in the streets of Washington, and his Turkish guards treated the protesters here like they treat them in Istanbul.
That's exactly what the protesters said. This is what happens to us in Turkey. So these are the protesters. Some were Kurdish, but others as well, protesting at the Turkish embassy. And these goons, who apparently are now identified as Erdogan's personal bodyguards.
They're the ones I saw at the hotel.
In business suits, carrying guns.
Yeah.
Go out and attack them. Choke them.
There's
throw them to the ground.
Stills from the video of one of these bodyguards with a woman in just a chokehold, a violent chokehold.
Right. I've seen that. Welcome to Trump's America. They say choking this woman, kicking them in the face. Protesters down on the ground, and these big, huge, burly guys walking up to them and kicking them in the face while they're down. And the D.C. police do nothing about this. They finally intervene and separate out. They arrest a few protesters. None of the bodyguards, none of the embassy guards arrested. Why? Diplomatic immunity.
By the way,
they can do whatever they want.
How they can do that on American soil?
Diplomatic immunity.
Holy
That's
crap.
outrageous.
Right.
And by the way, if that's happening here, imagine what's happening in Turkey.
Right. And they do it in plain sight. So if you haven't seen this,
grief.
I recommend people go to YouTube, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and look up the videos.
Yeah.
Of what's it's really horrifying. And wait, not a word from the White House about this. No comment whatsoever. Not during the meeting. No caution about human rights in Turkey. No comment on what happened at the embassy to these protesters. Nothing. President doesn't care.